until you're done. Just turn 19, you've had your fun. So much in this world that looks like me or the her I'm now meant to be. Bye, everyone's got one. I'm so excited, I'm gonna look so dumb. And I could learn to walk and talk like you, or I could learn to try something brand new.
Okay, so I'm an artist. More specifically, I'm an installation artist. So when I tell people that, they normally go, huh? Or at least they're thinking it. It's like a sculptor, except where a sculptor might carve away or chisel away at an object to reveal a beautiful sculpture at the end. I bring objects together. I bring things together and orchestrate them into a new object or a new sculpture, which is called installation art. The material of choice that I use is found object. I like to use things that other people have thrown away. I grew up in poverty, and I realized that this has made a difference in the way that I have decided to be an artist. I like to see value where other people see waste. So imagine my surprise one autumn day in 2009 on a visit to Robben Island when I came across this. What do you see? I know you're all looking at it saying, rusty fencing? And you would be right. In fact, that's exactly what the management of Robben Island thought and their subcontractors. 2009, they were preparing for the FIFA World Cup. And so there was an exhibition match. So they were renovating the Robben Island Museum. And they were bolting up, they had repaired one section of this fencing and bolted up into skips that were sitting in the yard, and already some of them were on the ship ready to go to mainland. And it's amazing. I mean, this is extraordinary. This is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. By law, you're not allowed to pick up a pebble off the beach there. And the management were putting this all into skips and sending it off to mainland to be put into a landfill. When I looked at this resource, I saw South Africa's rich history. I saw a metaphor for our darkest past, the shadows of apartheid. But more particularly, I saw a metaphor for light, the liberation of that regime, the birth of the Rainbow Nation. This was our South African Berlin Wall. I saw Nelson Mandela's cell made to scale in this work, which I titled The Pen Is Mightier Than the Sword, which is now in London for consideration for being erected in Trafalgar Square. Actually, in installation art, there's three things that are quite key to reading the work. Materiality, which we've touched on. The venue, because often this object has a relationship to the venue, and the venue is often quite significant to that installation. And the third is probably the keystone, the cipher, the indication by the artist of what he or she was thinking when they were putting this together. In a way, it's a way to access that art. So the pen being mightier than the sword is a kind of play on pen in the sense of a penitentiary or animal pen, this kind of subversive way to kind of deal with people and break their spirits. Or the more traditional reading, which is the pen being mightier than the sword, the word being more powerful than this oppressive instrument of apartheid. In 2010, we hosted the world's biggest event, the FIFA World Cup. A lot of people would have looked at this and said, oh, it's a celebration to the FIFA World Cup, the first time it's been hosted on this continent. But what I wanted to highlight was actually the 20th anniversary of Nelson Mandela's release from prison. The process where the apartheid fencing was coming down and the grounds were set for the Rainbow Nation to be born. And this year, one of my projects was awarded official World Design Capital status. It's a highly ambitious project, which is 10 stories high and sits on Signal Hill in front of the majestic new seventh wonder of the world, Table Mountain. And in the center of it is the star made from that Robben Island prison fencing. During this entire project, I realized very early that this artifact could be used in another way as well, not just for communicating through art. So I started something called the Robben Island Art Company Trust, together with 2 other socially minded members, and we made a 4th member, a charity. We started a social enterprise. Social enterprise really aims to benefit social causes through their business. 25% or a quarter of the profits from this business go to the charity. And I'm proud to say that last year we got an order, just one order, for 1.5 million rand. Remember that useless, rusty fencing that they were going to send to a landfill? So next time, when you see waste, or you're in a very challenging situation, just consider the possibility that you might be on the cusp or on the verge of its greatest potential. As long as you are willing to see it in a different light, and you're prepared to put in the time and the effort and the energy that it takes to convert that potential. Thank you.